The new RDM component that's been added to the DMX spec, the DMX protocol, is a really great way to configure and control devices. RDM stands for Remote Device Management. And we have implemented, at RC4 Wireless, we've implemented a fairly substantial RDM control, the ability to set configurations and parameters in all of our devices. All of the families have the same capability. So that includes RC4 Magic at 2.4 gig, RC4 Magic 900, the 900 megahertz system, and the LumenDims and the W-DIMs. And RDM is particularly useful with the W-DIMs, the devices that work with Wireless Solutions W-DMX. It's the only UI user interface method to get into parameters on the W-DIMs. So I am set up here to show you how to use a Goddard Design DMXter4 RDM and dig into some of those settings. So first of all, remember every RC4 device, the DMX data port is a mini plug, 3.5 millimeter mini plug, and we need an adapter cable. So here is 5-pin XLR to the mini, and the DMXter output is that 5-pin. We'll go into the W-DIMm3 right now, turn on our DMXter. It goes through its screen startup routines, and in transmit we do not want to do. We want to step up to RDM controller. We do want it to discover devices. I'll just tell it to do all of them and it'll find ours. It has discovered the one device. We will select the current device. It tells us it's a W-DIMm3. And now this is where I can choose between the root or any of the 3 dimmers that are in this device. So we can step up. The root is where the sensors are. And then the dimmers themselves are, of course, the sub-devices that handle power. So if we stay in a sub-device, we can select that and move on to set DMX address. So here is that ability. We're actually changing addresses when we do this. And there it tells us that's a good response. So we've now set that dimmer to DMX address 27. Let's step back, go further down to setup device. We can change the label if we liked, but I want to jump right up into the E1.37 features, which are an extension to RDM PIDs. PIDs are parameter identifiers. So with remote device management and the parameter identifiers for advanced dimmer features like dimmer curve, smoothing time, PWM frequency, we can dig into all of that. So let's do it. We're picking those features. First thing we get is curve. Let's say we want to control the curve. We have the ISL. It even tells us right there, ISL for LEDs. Linear for incandescent. Non-dim for on-off. Then we can do inverted ISL, inverted linear, inverted non-dim. The servo motor clockwise pulse, servo motor counterclockwise pulse, AC synth. Look for our tutorial video on how to ring a telephone. That's what that's for. DC motor bidirectional. That is the ability to use one DMX channel where center is off and you can spin the motor clockwise or counterclockwise. And finally, our 16-bit raw, direct access to the 16-bit dimmer using a pair of gang DMX channels. So all of this is accessible just using different curves. Let's imagine that we're setting up to do a servo motor. I'll click OK. Good response. We've now set that. Let's go back, go down to output response time. Here are all the options right up to no smoothing whatsoever, all the way down through 8 steps to very slow. Let's look at modulation frequency. So 5 kilohertz, 10, 20, 40. If we go back down, we can actually go below 5, down to 1.2K, 615 hertz, which is the very crispest to the human eye. A little bit of banding in video. You'll want to go higher for video, but for the human eye, 615 is the best. And down to 77, and lower frequencies handle power better, so that's a great option to have also. So RDM configuration of settings, it's just a really wonderful way to get into internal parameters in any RC4 Wireless Series 3 enhanced design product.